I hope you're doing well. I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. We are going to be getting into the Ascension messages. However, beforehand, Spirit wanted me to do some healing on the hand chakras, or what a lot of people call the palm chakras. These are represented by the color white. This is due to healing reflecting all colors of light within your body. So what we're going to do is we're going to just say yes to this healing or this awakening within the palm chakras. You will probably feel tingling, swirling sensations within your hand. You could feel a burst of energy that's coming out your fingertips. It could be a lot of different sensations that you're feeling. However, let's go ahead and get into this. Just go ahead and close your eyes. Focus on looking into the third eye area. I want you to just put your palms down on your lap or either on a table wherever you're sitting. Source, God, higher self, angels, ascended masters, I ask that you be with me today as I awaken or heal palm chakras for all those watching now or at a later date, so that they may give and receive of energy, that they may be able to do healing for themselves and others. If there's any blockages within these palm chakras or any of the fingers that are attached, I ask that they be cleared at this time. Where do I begin? So I'm starting with left palm instantly. What they're showing me to do is I'm putting in what looks like a turquoise colored blue, and I'm also drawing a spiral on the hand. It's starting on the outside and it's spiraling inwards towards the center. As I get to the center, you're going to feel me starting to break up that energy that's there. I'm starting to instantly feel pain within the middle finger, so somebody has a block there. What I'm going to start to do is I'm going to break up that block. You may feel it right at the knuckle, and now I'm pulling it right out the finger tip. There we go. Tapping again. And now what I'm seeing is the wrist, which is associated with the root chakra. So some of you may have blocks within the root chakra that are actually being held up at the wrist area, or either it's just showing up there. So I'm tapping there now. And what I'm seeing is the energy starting to go out all fingertips, even the thumb. So you may feel a pulsating energy just moving out all the fingers in some way, shape, or form. Now where do I go? They're taking me back to the middle of the spiral. And now I'm seeing pinky, and they're also showing me a block from right around an inch or two further back from the wrist, up the arm, all the way down the whole entire side of the hand, all the way to the fingertip of the pinky. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be tapping on the side about 2 inches above where the wrist is, going up the arm. I'm going to start tapping, tapping, tapping. Some of you may even have pain that's going up the arm. I'm going to start to detour that all the way back down. For whatever reason, it's going up into my shoulder, so I'm going to bring that all the way back down. Could feel really, really tight on the side of the wrist. And then I'm going to just pull that out the rest of the way. And I'm told to do this a few times. So some of you could be feeling that energy building up in the shoulder, all the way down in the elbow. I'm going to keep pushing it all the way down the side of the wrist and pull it out the finger, the pinky finger. And one more time. It's already feeling a lot less intense. Down the shoulder into the elbow area, down the side of the arm, and now I'm going to pull it out the pinky. And I could feel like a clearing of energy there. So you may feel like the fingertip, the pinky fingertip is just really full of energy right now. Where do I go now, please? Okay, they're showing me the pointer finger right in, like, if I'm at the the second knuckle here, where the finger and the hand come together and it bends. That's where I'm at right now. This is a block here. It could be causing pain going up into your wrist as well, or that finger. So pointer finger. I'm going to take it right out the tip. And now they're taking me back to the center of the left hand. And now I'm going to be drawing a spiral outwards again. And when the end of the spiral gets up to the ring finger, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to start to tap this blockage out. And I'm going to pull it. They're telling me to do the spiral again in the middle of the palm. And as the end of the spiral comes all the way around to the ring finger, I'm going to tap. And now I'm going to pull that energy right out. They're telling me one more time, spiral. And now I'm going to tap on the ring finger, breaking up any blockages there. Now I'm going to pull that out. Now I'm being told to rest my hands on the table or on my lap. Now what you're going to instantly feel is like almost like a transfer of energy from the left hand to the right. You're going to feel a lot of the same type of sensations or feelings that you may have felt in the left hand happening in the right at this time. Maybe even the shoulder pain and the feeling like it's being pulled out of the right side. Every bit of that is going to happen all over again. I'm not going to have to do the motions back again. It's just being reflected is what I'm being told. Just sit in this energy as it's happening. I want you to focus on seeing a bright white light that may even start to reflect all colors of light. You may start to see, like when you're imagining this white ball of light or this white, it kind of looks like a white vortex starting to form in both hands. One is spinning one direction that would push energy out, and the other is spinning the opposite direction. But the funny thing about it is they're telling me that they push and pull, which is what I already knew. That's what I know, that both hands will push and pull. So for some of you, this may be a block that is being released so that you don't feel like you can only push with one hand and pull with the other, or receive with one hand and give with the other. That's not the case. You can do it with both, is what I'm being told. That's always what I've believed, as well as what I intuitively feel. But that's what I'm being told at this time. So we're going to go with it. And what I'm seeing is like an arch or an arc of energy going from left to right, right to left. And it's actually forming a rainbow sphere right in between both hands. So it's arching from one hand to the other. And I start to see the rainbow sphere coming from the bottom of the hand on the left side, going over to the right side, bottom of the hand. So there's a sphere that's being, or a circle even, that's full of rainbow color. Probably feeling really charged up in your hands, maybe even all the way up your arms. Now I want you to just take this sphere and I want you to just place it directly into your heart. That's where this energy came from anyway. So just place it into your heart. As you do so, you may start to feel a cycling of energy coming from your heart, going down one of your or both of your arms and cycling all the way around to the other side, going back into your heart. What I am feeling is it's going both directions. It's coming out of my heart and both sides and cycling around through my hands and just overlapping. So there's two cycles of energy that are happening. You can put your hands out in front of you in a prayer gesture as this is happening. You can feel the energy building up between both of your hands. As you start to feel it build up, I want you to just slowly pull your hands away. You're going to keep feeling that energy. You're going to keep feeling it building up and building up. As you're slowly pulling your hands away, you're going to feel that ball of energy getting right in between your hands again. Now they're telling me, I don't know why, but they're telling me, put this on top of your head and crack it like an egg. So as it comes down, you're going to feel that energy just filling up your whole entire aura. Go right back into the prayer gesture after you do that. We're going to do this 2 more times. We're going to let the energy cycle through, coming out of both sides of the heart, cycling around through both arms, both hands, going back into the heart. Now we're going to start to build this energy up in the hands. and slowly start to move them apart, expanding this energy, building it up, it becoming more intense. Your hands may be vibrating. You could actually have your whole entire body vibrating right now. Mine is. So we're slowly pulling them apart, and it's building and building and building. Now we're going to put it on top of our head and crack it like an egg. Let this energy flow right into your aura. Put your hands back in the prayer gesture. Building that energy up again, cycling from both sides of the heart, going all the way down the arms, both hands cycling around, back into the heart. We're building this energy up in the hands. Now we're going to start to slowly pull them apart, expanding this ball of light. Remember, all colors of light. You may see a lot of white, but reflecting different colors. We're going to put that energy on top of the head and crack it like an egg. It's going to flow down into the body. As it does, you could feel really vibrant or feel like you're kind of floating or kind of rising up, so to speak, like a helium balloon. You may even feel just a lot of vibrations or pitter-patter sensations throughout your body. You could feel very grounded even. Some of you are going to feel like you're really in tune with like oneness. And I'm hearing it is done. So let's get into the reading, guys. It actually took a little bit of time. I wasn't expecting all of that. However, it was obviously needed. Anyhow, I hope everybody's doing okay. I am not doing too bad. I'm still a little bit frustrated with my tooth being missing and the dentist not calling me back. However, I am getting my butt in gear. I've already called another dentist to find out what I need to do, and they can actually repair it. It just depends on where it's at and all that stuff. So I have to go in to get a quote, but I've got a couple more numbers I'm going to call and see. I don't know why I picked up these cards. I'm assuming they're wanting to be used first. So let's see what Spirit has for us for the next few days. This reading will be for all people already aware that they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process. So let's see what messages Spirit has for us. I just seen aura adjustment. So, and it is the card that was turned up first. So there's a need for adjusting of your auric field. Some of you may be experiencing a lot of intense energy at this time. This may be due to solar flares. It also may just be due to some sort of awakening that you're going through right now. Some of you are feeling a lot of energy shifts, which may be affecting you in your eyes, in your head, across the shoulders, hands, and feet, for whatever reason is what I'm getting. Some of you even in the lower back. But what I am feeling is it's time for chakra health, also doing things for your aura, which we just did. So that's really cool that this card came out. However, this is a time of things kind of switching around. It's like a light bulb has kind of went off in your head and made you see some things clearly. So whatever it is that this is referring to for you, start to understand that there's going to be some sort of forward movement. But this forward movement is because of the energy that you're putting into some sort of change, or it could be multiple changes. I do feel like many of you, this changes within. This could be something to do with, listening to the inner child, allowing the inner child to take over for a little while, and, not taking things too seriously, being patient, just flowing and things of that sort. But I do feel like this is a time of kind of like stepping into your personal power. For some of you, this is a energy of building confidence and courage. But I do feel like many of you, this is like taking things to the next stage in your journey or in a situation or what have you. There is a need for some privacy, some time alone, some introspection is what I am hearing. For many of you, this is also a card asking you to go out in nature. This is not normally what this card represents. However, I got that message from it. Some of you are in need of setting boundaries with yourself or with others. This could be some way of keeping you from being hurt by a situation, a person, or some sort of energy. But what I am feeling is many of you are like saying no to what you don't deserve and saying yes to what you do deserve. So the changes that are being made in your life at this time are changes that are very empowering, changes that are going to make you move forward, changes that are going to make you feel more I'm feeling freedom, but this energy of like safety. I'm secure. I feel independent. I feel what have you. Now, there is an energy of yearning. This is a card of romance. Usually this is an indicator that there's somebody that is wanting to be with you, fantasizing about you, 1444. Or this could just be that there's an energy that you're longing for, that you're yearning for. This could be a certain situation or project that you're really wanting to put a lot of time and energy into. Maybe you just don't have the know-how, or maybe you just don't have the energy or what have you. But what I am feeling is there's some sort of undesired type of separation from this type of energy, and or this undesired separation is now starting to be over. So some of you may have been pushed into some sort of forceful type of isolation where you've been forced to take a look at things, change some aspects of yourself, accept some aspects of yourself and things of that sort. But what I'm feeling is this time of separation from other people, situations, you know, a certain energy that you would like to feel better about. Spirit is saying that separation is over, and now this yearning or longing to be in a certain new path or with a, you know, a new type of energy or what have you is where you are transforming the most at this time. So there's going to be a lot of forward movement, doing whatever it takes. I do feel like many of you are kind of disgusted with some things from past energies and you finally just let go. So there's also this energy of needing to set boundaries for your personal space. So if you have people living with you, or if there are situations where people are invading your personal space, then make sure that you're doing what you need to do to make people aware of your uncomfortability or it not being okay or whatever it may be is what I'm getting with this. There's also an energy of being your authentic, true self. So some of you are figuring out what that means. Maybe some of you already know what that means, and it's just time to express that. You know, share it with people in the public, share it with your friends and family, or, you know, take it to the next level. Maybe even some of you are just kind of feeling stagnant. You've been in this new, oh my gosh, this is the exact same card that I was seeing. Just like I seen this card, I was seeing this one as well. So I mean, I can't make this shit up. You guys are stepping more into your true authentic self. And this is meant, you know, there's been a lot of reflecting. There's been a lot of times of transforming energies. For many of you, this is energies of independence, energies of worthiness or unworthiness, becoming worthiness. But you know, you're learning how to be your true authentic self so that you can share it with the world or others. I do feel like you're just learning to express yourself, or if you've been expressing yourself, you're learning to accept the compliments, the blessings from the universe or what have you. Some of you, that unworthiness that I was feeling is this energy from past connections or past situations, and Spirit is saying that is now moving. So you've transformed those energies. I was told to take the next card, which is sacrifice. This is a card saying that there's going to be things that you're going to have to just accept as it is. For some of you, there's going to be situations where you're called to make a quick decision. This is a decision based on how your emotions feel with it, or how your discernment of spirit is telling you that you should react to it. Many of you are very tapped into your intuition, so your intuition may be giving you some sort of indicator as to whether or not this sacrifice is going to be worth taking. Is it a sacrifice that is moving you towards your goal or towards your things that you desire to have or manifestations, or is it moving you forward, I mean, further away from it? So this is going to be quick decisions, random things happening that you're just like, damn, why do I have to make this decision right now? But you're going to see that making that decision is going to play out for the better. Even some of you, this decision that you think, oh my God, if I make it, it's going to mean it's forever. It's not a forever decision. It's one of those things that just right now you have to make that decision to move forward in a different direction, or maybe to stay in that certain project or situation and be patient. But there's a decision that needs to be made quickly is what I am feeling. Some of you need to take the time to breathe is what this card is saying. This is also for some of you that meditate, or if you don't meditate, meditate and start using the practice of different techniques for breathing. Some of you need to use techniques that are going to help you to release DMT is what I just heard. For many of you, that's going to take you to another level of understanding, like supernatural experiences, those experiences that could happen with the spiritual realms and things of that sort. Yes, yes, yes. I do feel like many of you are feeling this sense of freedom. As you're pushing through all the bullshit, the muck or what have you, you're transforming all these types of energies. You're going to start to feel like things are a little bit easier, even though chaos may be happening around you, or you may be going through a tower moment. Even in that tower moment, you're just okay. You just know that this tower moment is for a reason. It's bringing you closer to the goals, the dreams, wishes, desires, manifestations that you're wanting. And it's okay. You can just breathe through it. You don't have to worry, stress, overreact, underreact to it. Just be, just flow, just allow is what I am getting with this. Yes, yes, yes. Just that alone is helping things to just work out effortlessly. So many of you may be feeling like there's a lot of flow that maybe you're not even necessarily paying too much attention to, but this flow is happening because of you just sitting in the energy and allowing it to do what it's doing. Yes, they're saying. So the undressing of a salad tells me that there's a lot of different perceptions, or there's a awakening that some of you are going through that is helping you to see life differently. Usually this makes me feel like there's some sort of tower moment, things being kind of rearranged for the better, but I'm really getting this energy of perception. This may even be like a spiritual perception that some of you are tapping into. I feel like they're showing me the images of all of these different creatures that are hanging around, and I'm feeling like many of you are starting to connect with these different type of, even if it's not these, I'm talking about just different type of beings that most people would think are mythological, like dragons, fairies, you know, any of those things. I feel like people are, some of you are tapping into or starting to understand a little bit different. Making relationships with is what I just heard. Anyhow, there's perceptions that are changing. Maybe these perceptions have changed. Maybe even if it's not about the spiritual aspect of things, maybe there's a spiritual aspect of you or an emotional aspect of you that, you know, while you was in isolation, you started to receive some sort of different perception about you, which is helping about you or a situation that is helping you to move forward. I feel like it's also helping you to transform some energies. There's really this and I don't want to say heavy energy. I can't get the right word for this, but there's a energy of definite need for boundary setting with other people. Yes, yes, yes. I'm seeing the number 222. I didn't see it on my clock, but it is 22 up there when I was looking. But anyhow, it was 2200 actually, but I seen 222 in my head. And I feel like some of you are going through some sort of reset when it comes to experiencing some sort of balance. Maybe you've been feeling very out of balance. So 2222. Some of you are starting to feel like there's some sort of reset when it comes to duality. Maybe you're feeling a push and a pull, and Spirit's just wanting you to feel like you're being given something. So it's almost like maybe if some of you are experiencing a tower moment, this tower moment is starting to subside in some way, shape, or form. Yes, they're saying. There may still feel like on the outskirts of you that there's some things happening, but I feel like your soul, your spirit is handling it with, they're saying with deepest respect. It's almost like you have respect for the process. You have respect for the lessons that are being learned. You have respect for the other people involved. You are starting to respect yourself in a way that you're not settling for less than what you desire or less than what you want. I kind of get the feeling like some of you have finally seen the picture, meaning the picture of what to do, how to do it, the truth in a certain situation maybe. So it's like a deep clarity has been brought to some circumstances. Yes, they're saying. So we do have the Singer of Courage, which tells me that there's a lot of energies that are going to be challenging you when it comes to confidence and courage. However, I feel like many of you are pushing through these energies. Me with this missing tooth, I've had people take pictures of me and I didn't want to take them. And, you know, I even had to have a friend take it off. However, like the part of me that was upset that I had to have her take it off, also, there was this part of me that was saying, well, you at least smiled for her and she's got it on her phone. That's a step in the right direction. I'm making these videos. That's a step in the right direction. I know that by being patient, I'm going to have a whole new set of teeth. I have no doubt about it. I know that it's going to be teeth that are actually going to fit me, and I'm not going to have to use glue because I'm afraid of the glue. It's not good for us. So anyhow, there's a process to that. I'm having faith. I'm trusting. At the same time, I'm also going through some ego death that tells me, you know, you're not pretty if you don't have your teeth or whatever it may be. And even that's kind of going away now. But anyhow, there's this energy of building up confidence and being courageous. But what I'm feeling is many of you are no longer sitting in this energy of, I want to do this. I know that I'm supposed to be doing this. I have the know-how to do this, but I just can't do it. That energy is now starting to lift. So some of you, I feel like, or many of you, I'm hearing this energy that made you feel like you just couldn't do it, even though you knew how, you wanted to. You was ready to move forward. This was an energy that was meant to be there. This was an energy that no one could really stop. It could have just been something that the universe was putting in place so that certain things wouldn't move forward just yet or what have you. But it could be even different for each and every one of us. However, I do feel like there's a lot of forward movement that's happening, especially when it comes to standing firm in our authenticity, or I'm also feeling like just strength, a lot of strength with this card. So there's a lot of good things happening with this one here. Am I supposed to continue with these? Thank you. Whoa. The Rider is an indicator of some good news that is coming in your direction. I feel like many of you, this could be signing of some sort of contract, or maybe this is just like a contract, a karmic contract with something that is happening in your life. You could be making contracts and instantly filling these contracts. And what I mean by that is we don't have always, our soul contracts don't mean that it's going to be some sort of long drawn out process that you have to learn multiple lessons in. There's some things that are instant contracts. You meet somebody, you feel a genuine connection to them. Maybe you make some sort of contract to connect with them in some way, shape, or form. And your physical human self doesn't really know that, but the soul knows that. So maybe all of a sudden you feel called to do projects with this person that you just met, or, you feel called to have a business with them. I mean, it could be a million gazillion things, but there's something about instant contracts, and good news coming along with that. So some of you may not be actually physically signing some sort of papers, but there's something about karmic contracts that are being made and fulfilled very quickly. So a lot of you are going to see turnaround and changes when you meet new people, or you come into new situations that may be good opportunities for you, even though the fear or the doubt or the insecurities may be there. That's something that you guys are pushing through, and it's expanding your aura at this time. So be authentic. Tell people, even if you're nervous, scared, have fear about something, speak that into existence. Not the fear, but speak the fear into existence, but you're also doing something about that fear that came up. Does that make sense? You're walking through that fear, and you are reversing the effects of what it is doing to you. So I hope that you guys understand that, but you're facing the fear head on. You're tackling it with confidence and courage, which is expanding your aura at this time. It's helping you to see a lot of truth. I feel like many of us are feeling vulnerable in multiple ways right now, but this is helping us to stay in the present moment, clear some energies that don't need to be there, move forward in multiple ways. We do have the Clover, which is the bringer of good luck. This is good tidings, good lucks. This could also represent money for some of you, but I'm not really feeling a money thing here. But this is a card telling me that there may have been some rough times, some tower moments, some energies that were just not very fulfilling, 2828. However, now you're moving more into an energy of fulfillment, an energy of things starting to be put together, puzzle pieces starting to fit, so to speak. But this is happiness following up a time of sorrow, or just downtime, or a time of like feeling held back, stagnant, or what have you. I'm feeling recharged with this card. This is a number 33, and there's also a 5 on there and a 5 on this card. So 5, positive change and transformation. But the 33 can represent, it's a master number, but it could represent that the Ascended Masters are really pushing for you at this time. They're really helping you to move forward in some way, shape, or form. It could be through signs and synchronistic events that are happening, or them just really in the backgrounds and the spiritual aspect of things, moving things around for you in the physical. We do have the lightning bolt, which tells me that there's going to be some disagreeable type of energy. I feel like many of you, this could be in some partnerships that you have. I was just talking about you're going to be having some sort of instant sign contracts with people. These are people that maybe you just met and started to feel like they're like soul tribe, soul family, something like that. There is going to be some disagreements as things are being worked out. But I feel like even though there's disagreements, the people that are around you are people that are just as awakened as you, or just as together as you, whatever you want to say. And they are capable of listening and hearing out, as well as you are capable of listening and hearing out and coming to some sort of conclusion together. I feel like this is a time of partnering up, working together, getting the ego out of the way. And the best way to get ego out of the way is to talk through it. So talking with other people help you to see, first and foremost, what your own issue is. And also maybe you're seeing things in somebody else that really aren't accurate. It may have something to do with some issue in you. So I'm just going to share an example. I have had a lot of people reach out to me. A lot of people reach out to me asking me to do things like spiritual retreats, doing healing with them, partnering up in some way, shape, or form. And I've pushed away a lot of people. But there's two particular situations and people that I keep feeling a very strong pull to. One would be my friend Kathy, and one would be my friend Rhonda. And there is some others, but yet they haven't been brought into the picture just yet. But however, these two, I have been feeling a very strong pull to partner up with them, do some sort of things with them. And one of the situations started to come up, and I kept feeling like I don't want to go there. My human self kept having anxiety, and I just couldn't feel it, because my spiritual self is like, yes, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is what's going to get me moving into my next stage of my ascension journey, blah, 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 blah. So my soul knows that it's good for me. My soul knows that this is part of me evolving even more, but my physical human self, for whatever reason, was just like clamming up and trying to go into its shell. And, it didn't want to engage as much as my spiritual self did. So my physical human self, pushed myself through it and went anyway. And even though there was things going on in my family and my kids needed me, and this was already set up, and I knew that I could change it around and not go and be there for my kids, but I just kept feeling spiritually that my physical human self was going through something that it needed to push through by going there. So I went there, and I expressed to Rhonda and to Kathy and to even Kathy's husband Ben the feelings of things that I was going through. Since I did that and I've been home, I have been receiving all kinds of different scenarios that have happened in my life, in my childhood, things of people abusing me, leaving me, dying, all kinds of things that have to do with me having love for somebody or a situation and it being ripped out of my heart, being taken away from my soul, and leaving me feeling empty and void, and leaving me feeling like everybody that comes into my life is just going to leave. So this is one of the things that I'm working on and I'm pushing through. However, since this whole thing with telling them what I was feeling and getting all this information, I now am starting to see other aspects of my life, my healing journey, the practice that I already have a business with, my healing practice, starting to change and transform in such a way. And so just a couple of days time, I've seen a lot of transformation, but it's because I got out of myself, went there, listened to my spiritual self instead of my human self, the ego that was telling me, don't go there, it's just going to hurt you again. And I went anyway. Now, this is 2 different times I went there when I didn't want to. So twice I worked through situations, didn't know exactly why I was feeling that way, but the energy came and let me know what the truth of the matter was. So some of you could be going through things like that. What I do feel is like many of you are in this energy of pushing through to a successful time. 3-3-3-3. So with that comes anxiety, these feelings of not being in control, or maybe what have you. But I feel like most of you, even that could be some of the disagreeable energy that you're feeling. But what I'm feeling is every bit of it has a part to play. And you're going to start to see that there are some very lucky type of events, in spite of the challenges that are happening all around you. Your perceptions are changing. And in spite of this disagreeable type of energy with other people that you're partnering up with, it's just temporary. It's so that both of you can work through your egos and heal what needs to be healed and become more empowered because of it. It's all going to be okay. You're going to be successful. There's good luck. There's good tidings. There's energy of forward movement in every bit of these cards right here. Many of you, your heart is just growing so much. Anyhow, let's get some affirmations. I couldn't think of what the heck I was trying to say here. I didn't pull them out this morning. I actually forgot to. And I feel like this is wanting to come. I am willingness. I am a hard worker. Today I will accomplish what I set out to do. I am powerful. I have the power to create positive change. And then that first one was, I am willingness. Let me get some popsicle sticks. I hope that you guys enjoyed the hand or palm chakra clearing and healing. If you guys got something out of that, please consider liking this video, sharing this video, leaving me a comment, or just some hearts, just as a way of helping this video to get out to more people. It helps it to get into the algorithm, but thank you to anybody who is supporting of me in that way. It's greatly appreciated. Anybody who makes appointments or what have you. And just real quick, I am have already started a process of trying to get a camping thing together where you pay a certain amount for camping and bring your own food. But we're going to have this weekend of learning how to clear chakras, doing healing, listening to people play instruments and singing bowls and meditation and drawing down the moon and things like connecting with different star systems and things like that. There's all kinds of information and creative ideas flowing through me ever since I kind of stood up to my ego and spoke what I needed to speak. So I've already called the place. I am waiting on a call back about renting out a center to be able to do all these things in case it rains. And anyhow, I'm going to be working with a friend to get some of these things together, and I can't wait to share when it's going to happen and all of that information. So just keep it in mind if you're somebody that's interested in doing something like that. I would say it's going to be within the next month and a half or month maybe. We're going to just flow and see what Spirit puts together. But I'm excited about this. Anyhow, I am empathic, so you're feeling things energetically in multiple ways is what I'm feeling with this. Not just the energy of other people around you, their happiness, their sorrow, their pain, but the energy of the sun, the moon, the stars, going out and feeling the grass and the trees. You know, if you hug a tree, you feel that energy coming into you. If you take your shoes off, you're probably feeling the energy coming in that way. Swirling sensation, vibrations, or what have you. But I feel like a lot of you are starting to pick up on energy from outside sources, or maybe even an inside source that you're starting to be felt in your body. Third eye chakra, wisdom, insight, spiritual communication is deepening, or connection is deepening. I am awareness. My clairvoyant abilities are developing. Crown chakra, spiritual connection and transformation connects you to the divine, angels, source God, and your own divinity within. I hope that you guys got something out of this reading. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Much love to you. Bye.